Here's a test to see if you're white. So we're going to look at 6 different images, and if most of them excite you, then you're 100% white. So here we go. Men or women? Let's see. Woman. We're about to look at 10 images that should trigger nostalgia if you're a millennial or Gen Zer. So let's take a look. These actually slap. Do they still make these? I still own 2. But are you basic? Well, let's see. If you say yes to more than half of these questions, then you're as basic as they come. So here we go. Yeah, I do. I don't want to get into this right now. Are these things scams? Yeah, of course. They can't keep getting away with this either. Let's see if we can guess these characters from their silhouettes, so good luck. This, of course, is what is the best food to get at these places? Obviously popcorn, but then the trick, of course, is to sneak in a few candies. Right or left? Which is better? Obviously right. I live in America. Could you do these things? Realistically, I'm only doing this if I have a YouTube video up. Like, I understand the theory, but to do it in practice, I need a step-by-step. These are some of the craziest things that YouTubers own. So would you do this for $1 million? Absolutely not. I probably wouldn't do this for like $100 million, unless they have a cure for mortality. Are these inventions unnecessary? I think that's definitely unnecessary. The couch is more ergonomical for bowel movements. What is the perfect amount of people for these things? If I'm driving, I like 4 people to have like a passenger and then 2 people in the back. Fits the nicest that way. Good dynamic. These are some kids menu toys that are banned. So Wendy's, here's how you can beat every carnival game. Is it a myth or a fact? I know people say this, but it can't actually be true. Like, that wouldn't fly. Really? How's that even allowed? Let's see if you're a gentleman. So we're gonna look at a few different situations from the perspective of a guy, and you just have to think about what you do in each of them. And if you're a girl, you can keep scrolling. Yeah, of course. I mean, this is a no-brainer, but within reason. If you're in front of like kids, the right thing to do is just control your own emotions. Let's see if you're a gentleman. So we're gonna look at a few different situations from the perspective of a guy, and you just have to think about what you do in each of them. And if you're a girl, you can keep scrolling. Yeah, of course. I mean, this is a no-brainer, but within reason. If you're in front of like kids, the right thing to do is just control your own emotions. Here's a test to see if you're black. So if you say yes to most of these questions, then you probably don't look like me. Only a true geek will be able to guess these logos correctly, so let's see how you do. Here's a test to see if you're middle class. So if you say yes to most of these questions, then you're not poor, but you're definitely not rich. Why does every single person have this? Have you ever lied about these things? Of course. This is probably the most common lie. There's some things you think are illegal, but actually aren't. What age should you stop doing these things? I think realistically 24. Do we have the same mind? So think of the first thing that comes to your mind when you see these different categories. If we overlap on more than 5 of them, then we might have the same brain. Lucky Charms. Obama. How do you do these things? When I'm alone, I let it breathe. Here are some of your favorite stores that no longer exist, so let's pay our condolences. What's on the Mount Rushmore for these things? I was thinking about this the other day. At what age should you be allowed to do these things? I think lowering the drinking age will help to destigmatize it and like destroy binge drinking culture. So maybe like 13. I think it's 16 right now, which is way too old. Like, I was binge drinking under the table since I was like 11. What do you wear to these places? I just wear shorts. I used to wear a shirt. Are these things cringe or not cringe? Cringe. They need to stop. Bad for the environment too, right? Here are some fun ways to burn 100 calories. So do any of these things 35 times and you should lose a pound of body fat. So you can, of course. These are the top 5 questions that girls have for guys. So as a man, I'm here to answer them. Let me know if I miss anything. Yes. Should you go here on a first date? This could be fun. Arguably the best first date spot out there. Yeah, this is good. Classic. Should we make these laws? Obviously. What race are these characters? Black. Would you want these exotic pets? Not as a pet. Which of these flavors is the best? Red by far. The rest of them aren't even worth eating. I wish they just sold the red ones. Should you wash your hands? I don't, but it actually makes a lot of sense. Here's some laws that you probably break every single day. This is what the first products of these companies look like. The most accredited name site has officially announced what the top 15 baby names in 2023 will be. So I'm curious to hear what you guys think of these. Some are pretty bad.
we're waiting. Everybody's moving in the back room.
Thoughts? Do you prefer the old or new invention? Should these things be legal? Wait, how is this illegal to begin with? Would you do this for $1,000? A week? I don't know about that. Which do you prefer? Is it a flex to do these things? Honestly, yes, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little jealous of people who do this. I don't know the psychology behind it, but it works as a flex. Are these jokes actually funny? I think they're good-spirited and fun. I haven't heard one in a long time, though. Sometimes it hits. Should these things be legal? With the prices of movies nowadays, we might as well. What do you call these things? And it's gonna differ depending on where you live, but honestly, it doesn't matter because there's only one right answer anyways, so here we go. How many flavors are there? I know it's more than 5. Let's see if you could watch this video without getting hungry. It's apparently really hard. I haven't eaten in a few hours and I'm cutting right now. Which community is worse? I know this is gonna make people upset. Are these things cringe or not cringe? Cringe. They need to stop. Should these be illegal? I don't think it should be illegal, but it's such an immature thing to do. These are some everyday objects that you never realized had a purpose. These are the most likely things to destroy the world. Let's see if you have emotions. So I'm going to show you 8 different pictures meant to evoke 8 different kinds of emotions, and you just have to keep track of whether or not you feel them. So let's do this. Fear, meant to evoke a little bit of scaredness. Would you eat these animals? Yeah, 100%, and it's kids. We're going to look at some foods, and you have to decide whether you like it better cooked or uncooked. So here we go. Cooked. Do you prefer the front or the back? The back is hype. I'm gonna show you 2 things and we have to decide which is better. How scary are these characters? He's scary because he's realistic, so I'll give him like a 9. Let's see if you know these baby boomer words, and these are people born from 1946 to 1964. Oh wow, I thought this is something else. Should these punishments be allowed in school? I think this is fine. What is the best time to do these things? I'd say like 8:45. Are these things good ideas? This is actually a really good idea. Should these be illegal? Why would this be illegal? Take any money you can get. Will this happen in our lifetime? I don't think so. This would be like a crazy achievement. I don't even think it's a priority, honestly. How long would you survive in these fictional worlds? Every day would be a gamble here. I'd probably last like a year. How much will it take to kill you? Is it bad for you? I guess so. I can't imagine like more than 10 though. 24, so specific. Should it be socially acceptable? Oh yeah, for sure. I actually almost got fired from my first job. It was so dumb. I definitely think it should be normalized. Let's try to guess the acceptance rate. I'm sure they're taking like 40-50% of applicants. 100%? What's the logic behind that? Wow, imagine getting denied from there. That'd be like earth-shattering for somebody. How long do you take to do these things? So let's see if we're aligned. Probably about like 15 seconds or so. These are the strangest traditions around the world. So in Denmark, if you're single when you turn 25, they withstand 200 minutes of being bitten by bullet ants. And if you're 30, if you're thrown off the top of a 30-meter temple roof. These are the craziest things you could bring through airport security. So these are the top 5 questions that other races have for white people. So as a white person, I'm here to answer them. Let me know if I miss anything. Yeah. How many times have they been arrested? Oh, she's been in the slammer a few times. Here are some superstitions around the world that bring you bad luck, so don't do any of these. So how much does it take to be these things? I'd say for guys, maybe like 5. Let's see if you could guess the celebrities by only looking at their eyes. These are the most dangerous jobs in the world, so good luck if you do any of these.